For the last 18 months, the hospitality world has been turned upside down due to COVID-19 protocols. From digital menus, labor shortages, scaled down capacity, restaurants are operating on a whole new scale.
That's right.
Scale. Not level or scale.
Scale.
Or it could be a skevel, depending on which way you want to go. But you get what I'm saying.
I think we need some help navigating. Yes, when it comes to dining out, we have editor-in-chief of Food and Wine, Hunter Lewis. Hunter, thank you for being with us. And yes, a lot of things have changed. I think one of the big questions, my daughter's a waitress now, so I'm hearing everything through her lens as to what to do and what not to do. But how can we be better guests now when dining out, given all that's changed for so many people?
Well, thanks for having me on, Amy and TJ. I think it starts with the golden rule, be nice, be kind. It's kind of a funny thing to tell adults to do this when they're entering restaurant spaces, but what we're hearing and what we've been reporting on all year is that customers are more entitled than they've ever been. And more than 90,000 restaurants have closed since the pandemic began. So these spaces that we're entering are different than they used to be. And we believe at Food and Wine that hospitality should not be a one-way street. It's not a transactional relationship. It starts with acknowledging the folks that work in the restaurant, understanding that these spaces are different, understanding that the costs are going up, that there's an extreme labor shortage in the restaurant space all across the country. And so things are tight in restaurants. It's stressful. And as a restaurant customer, as you're entering these spaces, understanding that the way you carry yourself and the patience and the kindness that you bring is actually going to help you get better service as well.
What are you hearing from folks as well about have tipping habits changed? What should people be doing?
Well, there was a period of time when tipping had gone up right in the beginning of the pandemic, and people were so happy to be receiving any kind of service. But then that went away. And at Food and Wine, as we analyze tipping trends and patterns, as we talk to folks in the restaurant industry, what we came to is that you need to tip big. 20% is the new baseline, whether you're at a fine dining establishment, whether you're getting takeout, getting coffee at your local barista, or you're paying a delivery driver. Start at 20%.
That's a very good place to start indeed. All right. And we know a lot of restaurants are cutting down on their tables for a lot of reasons. So what should you keep in mind when you're making reservations?
Well, it's never been easier to make a reservation these days with the apps on your phone. But just because you're making that reservation and just because you're using technology to do that doesn't mean you shouldn't show up. There's people that double book reservations and play one restaurant against the other. But when you don't show up to your reservation, that's lost revenue for the restaurant.
We thank you so much for being here. I'm sure there's going to be more that happens and as this pandemic evolves with restaurants. So we hope to talk to you down the road. All right.
Thanks for having me on.
Well, hey there, GMA fans. Robin Roberts here. Thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Lots of great stuff here. So go on, click the subscribe button right over here to get more of awesome videos and content from GMA every day, anytime. We thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the morning on GMA.